I'll begin with the presentation. So first of all, welcome to the pre-departure webinar, as I mentioned. So this webinar will just give you, advice and information and help you prepare in order of what you need to do for when you come and arrive to the UK, as well as arrive to the University of Portsmouth London campus. Just to give you a brief background on the campus, it is located in Waltham Forest, which is a borough in London. The area itself, to be specific, is called Walthamstow, which is 20 minutes from central London. The campus itself is brand new. Also, the area has very good transport links to the rest of the UK and Europe as well. The borough of Waltham Forest is known to be a borough of culture as well. We have, one of the, largest outdoor markets in Europe, for example. So these are key dates for you to remember. Please make a note of this. So registration, in other words, enrollment will begin on the 22nd of September. And also classes will start the following week on the 29th. So you would need to arrive to the UK before the 22nd of September. It's not a Monday. So please make a note of these key dates and ensure so that you'll be able to, arrive on time and be able to register on time. So moving on to your application and visa. So this is just a quick recap of the application process. So by now you've all should have completed all of these steps. So by now you should have accepted your offer in the applicant view, upload any required documents as well as upload the required documents on CashShield, as well as paid your deposit or provide your financial guarantee if you are a sponsored student, as well as apply for your student route visa. I'll now pass it on to my colleague Fazmina, who will go on to the visa process.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Fazmina Mohammed Khalil. I'm the immigration advisor at the University of Portsmouth London. I'll be going through with you the visa application process for you to join us as a student at the University of Portsmouth London. So the first stage in the visa application process is for you to receive your confirmation of acceptance of studies, which is your CAS document. You will be receiving this from the university once you've accepted your offer, paid your deposit, and provided the required documentation to the university. You will have to ensure that all the information that is in the CAS document is correct. And if you find any errors, we advise you to contact the university as soon as possible in the given email address, which is cascorrections@port.ac.uk. The next thing you'll have to prepare before making your visa application is the proof of your finance. These are in the form of bank documents, bank statements, which need to show 28 consecutive days of the required amount in your bank account. And also before making the visa application, you will have to also ensure that all the documentation that you will be submitting to the UKVI needs to be in the English language or be translated via an official translator. Mohammed, if you can move on. Yeah, and another document which we require to support the visa application is your TB test certificate. Most of you, our students, will be required to have a TB test certificate. These are valid for 6 months, so it'll be prudent that you get this test done as soon as possible. Once you have the intention to study in the UK, I would advise. You will also have to prepare the visa application fee and the immigration health surcharge, depending on the length of your course. As students, you will have to pay the discounted immigration health surcharge, and you will be required to pay this at the time of submitting your visa application online. Once your visa application has been submitted, the UKVI normally has 3 weeks to process your visa application. This is if you applied for the normal service. During this time, it's important that you keep an eye on the email that you use to make the visa application, as you may be invited for a credibility interview by the UKVI. So it's extremely crucial that you keep an eye on the email that you use to make this visa application, as you will be getting important updates on that, including the decision of your visa application. In the event that your visa application is refused, your confirmation of acceptance of studies will be cancelled by the university. You will not be able to reuse this CAS reference number to make a new visa application. So in the event of a refusal, please ensure to contact the university and inform us with the refusal, providing us with the refusal letter. And if you intend to still continue studying with us, you will be needing a new CAS reference number, which the university will assist you in providing. The most important bit in the visa application process on a student visa is for you to meet the financial requirement, which is a large sum. With our students, you will be required to have sufficient funds to pay the first year of your tuition fees, plus a maintenance fund, so that you'll be able to look after your needs while you're in the UK for the first 9 months. The total maintenance funds that you'll be required to show, as we are a London university, would be £13,347, plus the remainder of the fees that you have paid to the university. The amount you have paid to the university will be shown in your CAS document, but in the event that you have paid separate tuition fees after the CAS has been sent to you, you'll be required to submit a receipt or evidence of that payment, so you can then show a lower amount for the financial requirement. The funds need to be in your personal account, or it also could be in your parents' accounts. Funds cannot be shown in the form of bonds, shares, or any property or any investments. If the financial requirement, the funds required to meet the financial requirement is in the name of your parents' accounts, you will need to show evidence of your relationship to your parents, which will be the birth certificate. Please make sure that it is translated to English when you're submitting it. And also you will need a letter from your parents signed by both of them, or depending on who owns the account, giving you consent to use these funds. And this letter will need to be submitted at the time of making your visa application. Once again, it's important to note that the funds should not dip at any point in the 28 consecutive days. The funds should be equal to or above the amount required for the whole of the 28 days. And the bank statement should be dated no less than 31 days before the date of application. And like I've stressed before, funds must be in your personal account and should be accessible instantly. The UKVI uses the OANDA site to convert the currency, so please double check on that it is equal or accurate. Even a £1 dip will result in a refusal, so please ensure that you have sufficient funds for all the consecutive 28 days. If you are being sponsored by official financial sponsor, then you will need a letter confirming the sponsorship. And if it does not cover the whole of the fees, including your maintenance funds, the remainder of the funds will need to be shown in your personal or parents' bank accounts. Once again, the UKVI are quite particular as to which financial institution holds these funds. Not all financial institutions are accepted. It should be regulated by an appropriate regulatory body in your home country. That is also something you need to make note of and ensure your funds are in the right institution. Finally, once you submit your student visa application, you will receive an email confirming your grant of your visa. We are in August now, so from 15th of July last month, 2025, Main student visa applicants will not be receiving a visa vignette on their passport. You will be required to access a e-visa, and the instructions will be given on your granting email. Please ensure to read the granting email carefully, including what's provided on the next steps, which is the instructions on how to access your e-visa. You will be required to open a UKVI account, providing your passport details and also a picture of yourself. And then you will be granted access to your e-visa account. And on that, you will need to access your e-visa. It is advised that since the UKVI has completely transitioned from visa vignettes to e-visa for the students coming to the UK from 15 July, you will need to access your e-visa prior to departing your home country, as you will be required to show your e-visa at the border while leaving your country. And you might have delays or cause issues if you do not have access to the e-visa. So our advice would be that as soon as you have been granted your student visa, please read the granting letter carefully and access your e-visa. And if you encounter any issues, please get in touch with the university on the given emails, and we can advise you on how to troubleshoot any problems. The UKVI has issues, but please do contact us and we'll be happy to assist you. Once you have access to your e-visa, please ensure that all your personal details are accurate. It's extremely important that your name, date of birth, and nationality match the one that is in your passport. And the visa start and end date as well is correct. And once again, if you have any issues, please don't hesitate to contact the university. That's all from me. And if there's any questions at the end, I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you, Fazmina. Yeah, now moving on to preparing to travel to UK. So I'll just be going through a few tips to make sure that your arrival here comes smoothly. So first of all, you need to make sure you arrange your accommodation in advance. Book your flights once your visa is confirmed. Also, you can book your airport pickup or transport to your accommodation. This one you need to do yourself. However, we do have a service where we have an airport meet and greet, which my colleagues in student services can touch upon in more detail later on in the presentation. Also, do ensure you pack smart. Check your luggage allowance and keep important documents in your hand luggage. Please do not bring any food or plants with you. And also, please make a note of contact details here and the website link to find out more information, more useful information about traveling to the UK in general. But yeah, please, I urge you to make a note of these contact details in case you need any assistance. Okay, in terms of arriving to the UK, so the recommended airport is London Heathrow Airport, which is an hour and 9 minutes away from the campus. Other nearby airports include London Gatwick, which is under an hour from the campus, London Stansted, which is about 32 minutes away from the campus, London City Airport, and also London Luton as well. Where the campus is located, it is right opposite the transport hub in Walthamstow, so the train and the bus station. So it's in a pretty good location, quite busy. Like it wouldn't be hard to find us once you reach the area. Again, if you have any troubles, please do contact us as well. Again, this is just some general top tips for when you are traveling. So, please do not bring a lot of cash with you. We recommend that beforehand that you pay your tuition fees and accommodation fees electronically using Applicant View, as these are the quickest and easiest way to do them. Also, do ensure you check with your airline carrier in terms of the amount of cash you are allowed to bring with you. So bring a small amount of cash for the first month. Also bring a credit card or a traveler's check as backup, because in the UK it takes about 2 weeks or longer to set up a bank account. Most students, they they tend to use a debit card slash mobile card payments from their UK bank account in place of cash. Um, so again, if you have any questions regarding this, please do make sure you put a question in the chat, and myself or one of my colleagues, as well as our student ambassador Danush, will be able to assist you and answer your query. Okay, I'll now pass on to my colleague Hassan from the student services team. We'll go more into detail about what you have to do once you arrive at the university. Take it away, Hassan.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. So, yes, my name's Hassan. I'm the student office manager for the London campus. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you all once you arrive in country. So we'll just go over some tips here when you do first arrive. So I think the most important thing when you do arrive, make sure you do let your friends and family at home know that you've arrived safely. So please do send them a message just to let them know that. You will receive an email relatively soon with an Eventbrite link to register for your registration here. So this will be, as Mohammed said and touched upon earlier, this will be from the 22nd of September when we'll have our in-person registration. So please do keep an eye out for an email from us. And this will be an Eventbrite link where you can register for your specific time as well. So again, make sure that you do attend all of the orientation and welcome events. So they'll be arranged available to you from either online or in person. And again, to reiterate what Mohammed has said, so please do pay your tuition fees as well. So just to ensure that when we do come to register you in person, there is no hold up, as there can sometimes be, as we've experienced in previous intakes, there can be a bit of a hold up if tuition fees are not resolved ahead of the time coming to campus. So again, try to complete your online registration as well. And this will again ensure that we can get through the registration as quickly as possible. We will have student ambassadors on hand as well to assist if you're unable to get through it, but it will just ensure that the process is as smooth as possible if you can complete as much of the online registration before you come to campus. So again, making sure that you also have your e-visa share code ready. This can ensure that we're able to complete your registration smoothly and to ensure that we don't have to follow up with you later on once you've got settled into the campus. Okay, so again, just in terms of registration, you'll be sent an Eventbrite link and it'll have a specific time for you to attend. So please do adhere to that. So we are expecting a large number of students to come to campus. So it is important that you do try and stick to your time just so we can manage the flow of people in a sensible way as well. So on the day, you'll have the opportunity to print your student ID cards as well. So please don't worry about that for the time being. So once you've completed your registration, you have the opportunity to get your student ID card. In addition to this as well, you'll have the chance to meet the rest of the team and also to register with a GP as well. So for any of your course term letters and so forth, it'll be on this. Once you've completed this process, that will begin to be available to you. Information regarding your timetable. So I know that that's something that a lot of students would be thinking about and wanting to know at the moment. This won't be provided just yet, but once you are registered, you'll have the opportunity to see your timetables as well. So again, just to reiterate information that you might know already, there'll be 2 days on campus with 4-hour sessions on each day. There'll be either morning or afternoon, and then you'll have a 2-hour online session as well. So again, this is just to give you a bit of flexibility with the ability to work as well whilst you're studying. Okay, so one thing that I should note at this stage as well, your timetables are not able to be changed. So once they are assigned, that will be your timetable for the entire year, further to notice. So that's just something to bear in mind as well. Whilst you might find a part-time job, the priority is your studies. You are expected to attend every lesson, and you would need to find work that goes around your studies and not the other way around. Okay, so thank you very much, Mohammed. Can we go to the next slide, please? So in terms of some general tips that we can give to you, so we would strongly recommend that students look for areas where they can commute within 30 minutes to 1 hour of campus. So again, as Mohammed alluded to earlier, we're right next to Walthamstow Central Station. It's well linked. It's on the Victoria line. So it's quite easy to get in and around as well. And it's well serviced by various travel hubs around the local area. So again, we would have a look into commuting within around 30 minutes to 1 hour. So if you are in the morning classes, you would be expected to arrive before 9 a.m. And again, if you're scheduled for the afternoon classes would start at 1:30 p.m. So you would be at university for 4 hours as well. So again, just to make your life a bit more convenient, we would recommend that 30 minutes to 1 hour as well. So as you might have noticed, I have mentioned attendance a couple of times already. So if you do not attend as an international student, you are strongly at risk of potentially being withdrawn from the course. So the university expects students to attend 100% of classes. So you really do need to take this on board with attendance and attending on time as well. So this is really, really important in terms of getting to grips with this now. And we'll touch upon this again further in another presentation once you arrive, where we'll go a bit more in depth in terms of the attendance aspect. But please note, it is really, really important that you do attend your classes. And unfortunately, students have been withdrawn for not attending classes previously. So please do take that on board. If for whatever reason that you do need to leave the country as well, please contact the student service team as soon as possible, so we can discuss any reasons as to why. But again, this is very much strongly discouraged. So in terms of orientation, so first of all, we'll go through student registration, but there will be the opportunity to do a campus tour and a local tour of Walthamstow as well, where we'll go over where to find perhaps local banks, some of the key restaurants that students and staff would recommend as well, and just to help you get settled in and get an understanding for the local area as well. We'll look to have some workshops throughout the year as well. But there will be some online links sent to students so you can take part in these. So again, some of the student services or the umbrella that student services can provide here. We do cover a lot of areas here. So it'll be from student wellbeing service, from multi-phase chaplaincy, again, letting you know about your personal tutors, again, for the initial inquiries regarding student finance support, careers and guidance, academic skills support. All students here, once you have your university email addresses set up, would have access to LinkedIn Learning as well. So you can partake in those courses as well whilst you're studying here. And there will be provisions as well for in-sessional English programs throughout the year as well. So in terms of the key contacts, so please do make a note of these. We will be sending these slides to you as well afterwards, so you will have all this information to hand. So most of the time you will be contacting Student Life London for any of your queries. So we do aim to respond to students within a 48-hour period. So that's not including the weekends. So just bear that in mind as well. So if you do send a message on a Friday, the earliest that you would expect to hear from us would be on that Monday. We have our wellbeing support team as well. So you've got Wellbeing London at port.ac.uk. And generally for the other teams as well, we've got Income at Port for any questions regarding finance, so be it with installment plans or just general queries regarding your tuition fee, that team would be able to assist you there. Careers at port.ac.uk as well, so that would be there for any career questions that you might have, and they'd be able to have a look at your CV as well for you as well, if you did want to have somebody to give you a bit more feedback about what you could do to perhaps find a position here. And again, if you do have any specific student visa questions, please do take down the email address there for student-visa@port.ac.uk. So they'll be able to assist you with those initial visa questions as well if you do have any inquiries on that end. So we do have some key links here as well, just to help you get set up before you do come to the UK. So I'd recommend downloading these apps. So be it from Citymapper, this will give you the most up-to-date information about travel in London. If you do live in London, you will get to grips with potential delay. So it's good to have a look on Citymapper just so you can be aware of it, be it from traveling into uni. If you do need to divert and change modes of travel, again, Citymapper is going to give you the most up-to-date information on that. For TfL travel, all students would be eligible for the TfL Oyster card. So there would be an initial £20 sign-up fee for this. But essentially, this would give you discounted rates when you are traveling to university and to all areas of London, essentially. So this will be for all zones 1 to 6 in London. And I would strongly recommend that all students, provided that you do have a London postcode, that you would have access to the TfL Travel Oyster card. Too Good to Go as well is also a good resource to have. So it gives you discounted food. So do have a look into that. And Uni Days, Student Beans are discount sites for students. So you would need to use your university email address to sign up for the services. But essentially, it'll give you a good range of discounts, so helps make your life easier when you do get set up here. And again, another good resource to have is Meetup. So this is an app they can get on Android or your iPhone. And this will give you information about events that will be taking place in London. So be it from general networking events to just making friends as well. So we do recommend having a look at this app as well, where you can find specific key points around London that might be of your interest. Okay, so again, if you do have any additional questions, feel free to put them into the chat box. Happy to answer those. And again, once you do receive your email for the Eventbrite link, we'll go over a student services presentation where we'll go into more depth in terms of some of the aspects that we've covered here.
Great, wonderful. Thank you, Hassan. Okay, thank you for listening, everyone. If you have any questions, please do put it in the chat. We have, I have colleagues from student services from UKVI, compliance, immigration advice, as well as our student ambassador, Danush, is here as well. And also a few colleagues from the regional teams as well are available. So if you do have any questions, please put it in the chat and we'll be able to assist.
Hi, Mohammed. I would like to add some tips for the students actually. There are some things I wished I would have known before coming to the UK, which is getting a Forex card before coming here, because when you try to open a new bank account in this country, it'll at least take from a week to 10 days. So for until that time period, you need to buy food and manage your expenses. So some places only accept cash, and if you have cash, that's fine. But if you don't bring enough cash, I think you can try to get a Forex card in your home country and then transfer the money to the card and then use that card for the time being. Because even if you try to open a bank account, you have to transfer your money from your country to here, which will also take an extra 3-4 days. And that is one thing. And another thing is, don't try to bring too much clothes, because most of the places here doesn't have any storage capacities, most of the dorm rooms. So just try to come here and then buy the clothes, because a lot of clothes you get here will be used for this weather condition. And in our home country, I don't think they will have enough clothes which is suitable for this weather condition. And also try to have your uh, have your address where you're going to stay during immigration. So just keep it handy, because they might ask for that. and you need to have at least like a proper proof of address, like a receipt or a booking site, something like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Danush.
Just to add, so I think Danish made a good point there as well. With accommodation, if anyone does need assistance for finding accommodation, please do have a look at the London website. So we do have some key links to some accommodation providers around London as well. So do have a look there for accommodation options as well. So again, if you do have temporary accommodation, we will be putting on a speed friending event essentially where you can talk to other students that might be in similar positions once you do arrive, where you can potentially find a longer term accommodation at that point as well. But if you do need any assistance with accommodation and you're not sure where to look, have a look on the London website. There's some links to accommodation there.
I also would like to add that from what Danush said, you will need to keep evidence of your accommodation at the border just to make things easy. At the same time, since the e-visa accounts are quite temperamental, we advise you to print your granting letter and also download or print your e-visa and save a backup on your phone, so that the border officials will do their internal online checks, and they will also sometimes ask you to show evidence of your e-visa on your phone. So please do keep a backup, or the best thing to do would be to print out a hard copy and carry that with you, just to make things easy at the border. Thank you.
Okay, I believe we had a student who had their hand raised. Was it?
Yeah,
Um,
that's Forum, I think. Forum, can you put
yeah.
up your question on the question and answer box, please? Mohammed, do they have the option to unmute themselves? I don't think so. Do they, Mohammed? No, they
No,
don't,
they
I
don't.
believe.
They don't. Yeah.
Forum, please put your question on the question and answers box, which you can find it at the bottom line of your screen. Yeah. She wants to know more about the transportation.
Okay. Yeah. So generally speaking, yeah. So in London, generally speaking, there's very good transport links. So as we mentioned in the presentation, the campus is right opposite the station, the train station, and the bus station. So the train station is on a Victoria line, which is, you know, which can take you which goes from Walthamstow to like the other side of London, essentially. But however, if you want to get to central London, for example, it will take about 20 to 25 minutes to get to King's Cross. And then from King's Cross, if you want to, from there, if you want to, go beyond London, go travel outside of London, then you can get to certain places, for example, Brighton, for example, in 1 hour and a half, you know, other place like Bath, for example, in like, in under 2 hours. So generally speaking, the area has very good transport links. Um, Hopefully that answers your question, from. But in terms of if you're in terms of like, let's say if you're talking about your own transport, let's say a car, for example, if you do have a driving license from your home country, you can use it to drive in the UK for just like 1 year, and then afterwards you'd have to apply for the UK license.
Forum is specific about the airport transfer. I think Hassan
Airport.
answered it.
Yeah.
Sure. So I think in terms of what the university is able to provide is an airport meet. So we can just ensure that you've arrived safely, and they can give you advice on how to get to your accommodation. They won't be, unfortunately, able to take you to your accommodation. But if you would like to have the airport meet set up, What I would recommend is to contact the student service team. So if you contact Student Life London at port.ac.uk, we can then arrange that for you. So what I would say, please do give us up to 72 hours to get the booking in place. It can take a little bit of time, and it will just ensure that we can have somebody come and meet you at the airport.
Thank you, Hassan. Student Alia has a question. What all documents are required at the time of immigration at the UK airport, the Heathrow?
So it's mainly your e-visa document, and then also confirmation that you are one of our students at the University of Portsmouth. And it's also prudent to keep any information of your accommodation ready. If you don't have any accommodation arranged prior to your arrival, obviously you should have some contact. So if you've got a friend whom you're going to stay with, or any relative you're going to stay with temporarily, even though if it's a further distance away from the university, have some sort of confirmation in the form of an email or letter, or in the worst case scenario, or even a call, just to say that you will be living with the friend. But prior to arrival is always good. If you are living with a friend or relative, get a short letter or message from them and a proof of address of theirs to show that they are living in the UK and you will be living with them. And obviously, you can say you will be looking for close accommodation to the university once you've registered with the university and seen the place.
Just to add to that as well, if you want temporary accommodation, there is a travel lodge as well opposite the university campus. So you can stay there as a temporary measure whilst you do find something a bit more long term. So it is right across the campus, very easy to get to. So that could be a potential option as well, whilst you are looking for something a bit more long term.
Thank you, Fasmina. Thank you, Hassan. There is one more question. Student Hamid Malik says, "Hi, nice to meet you all. I want to ask, what type of questions does immigration officer ask at the border if we don't book any accommodation and we want to find it after arriving in the UK?" I think Fasmina already answered your question. So you need to have a letter or an email of your relative or a friend wherever you're staying for temporarily, or if you're staying at an hotel accommodation. And apart from that, you need to let them know that where you're booking your accommodation. If I'm right, Fasmina, that's it, right? Yeah. And I think even
That's
Mirza,
right. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. So Mirza is asking a question again relevant to that. He's asking, he's staying at the friend's place and what he has to show. So again, Mirza, it's the letter from your friend or an email from your friend that you'll be staying at his place.
Yeah, a rental document would not be required. That won't be necessary, but just a message confirming, and then maybe a proof of address for the friend. And in the worst case scenario, you can always call the friend. But ensure you have something to show the board official that this is the address, and know the address. We go by a postcode, so please ensure you know the postcode and the door number and the street, because in the UK, once you add in the postcode, the board official can find your address as well. So please ensure you memorize or write down the postcode of where you're going to stay. If it's a hotel and you've booked it already, even if it's for 1 or 2 nights, keep evidence of that and show that as well.
Thank you. Forum is again asking, actually, I contacted, but they're not providing on 16th September because she's coming on 16th September. So is there a possibility to?
Yeah, there should be a possibility. So, what I would recommend, if you contact Student Life London after this presentation, and then we can have a look into booking that for you. So let me just put that email here in the response, and then if you contact us, we'll be able to book something for you.
All right. Thank you, Hassan.
Again, just a reminder, registration is on the 22nd of September. So please do ensure you arrive to the UK a few days before that
If anyone has any further questions, they can put in the question and answer chat box as well, please.
So Jessica is asking, after I arrive on 12th of September at UK, when should I visit the university? So Mohammed, it should be
Yeah, on the
26th.
22nd, yes. Yeah.
And Saad Khan is asking, which kind of clothes are best to carry with us? Dhanush, would you like
Yeah.
to answer this? As you all are already talking about it.
I would say just bring just normal clothes, like a one or two formals for the presentations later in the course. I would say just don't try to buy a lot of winter clothes in your home country unless it is a like a cold weather country, because I bought some hoodies and some jumpers from my home country, but when I came here, it was like a normal t-shirt or a normal like a one layer. It was not helpful for me because it didn't have good fabrics for this weather condition. So my advice is just try to buy new clothes here, and then just get your regular use clothes from your home country.
Thank you, Dhanush. Thanks for that. We have a student from Bangladesh asking, do I need to show all of my bank account or cards from Bangladesh? I have a freelancing card like Pioneer. Do I need to show it in the immigration or at the immigration?
Now, immigration at the border, they would not require to see any of your financial documents unless they have very specific doubts. But as a student, you're not required to show your bank account or bank details to the border. That's something you show to the UKVI at your visa application stage. And once your visa has been granted, the border does not require to see any of your financial documents. You will just need a proper working card to use once you've arrived in the UK for your expenses. Thank you.
Thank you, Fasmina.
Just want to add, Hassan, regarding attending the university on the 22nd, they will be receiving Eventbrite links, isn't it? So please keep an eye on your emails. You will be receiving links with the invitation to attend on the day and on a specific time as well.
Yeah, so just to reiterate what Fasmina said, it will have the specific timings on when you should arrive on the Eventbrite link that will be sent to you soon. So do keep an eye out for it. But again, if you're not sure, if it's a bit unclear to you, please don't hesitate to contact Student Life London, and we're happy to just direct you in the right area.
Right. So Forum is asking, she's arriving on 16th of September, and when she needs to come to the university, it is 22nd September, we said already, Forum. And she also wants to know the course modules so she can do some pre-study for better learning. So modules are mentioned on the website under your course details for your better learning. And how many days of compulsory classes for students who are going to study in bachelor's in computer science? She's asking. Do we have the specific details too? I think the hours of studies are also mentioned on the website, that how many hours in a week you spend in your class. You can refer to that forum. And still, if you need more clarity, you can also get in touch with me. I'm Nisha, and I think you already have my number.
Just to add, in terms of compulsory, all sessions are compulsory. So the only time when a session is not compulsory is during the keep up catch up period of a course. Again, this sort of detail will be relayed to you more in the academic sessions on the week of the 22nd. So on the 24th and I should say on the 25th and 26th, there'll be opportunities for the academic team to give you a bit more information about the specifics on what keep up catch up is, which is essentially like a revision period ahead of your assessments for a module. But again, the academic team will go into more details on this. But in terms of compulsory sessions, all sessions are compulsory. So you do need to make sure that you attend every single class.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Hassan, for that. There is a student asking, can he or she can get the online bank account in the UK before coming? Is there a possibility? Getting it online from here to access the account. That's not possible, I believe. They need to be present physically to get a bank account done. And also, it takes time. Yeah, as Dhanush mentioned, it takes at least 8 to 10 days or more than that. Dhanush, if you can just add to it, please.
It'll usually take from a week to 10 days. It depends upon the bank, but it won't. It will take some time. But my advice is to just get a Forex card from your home country.
All right. Thank you, Dhanush. So Saad is again asking, so Mohammed, you're going to answer him?
Yes, I'm just typing. Yeah, to answer your question directly, Saad Khan. So yeah, as we mentioned earlier, we do not have an airport pickup service, but we do have an airport meet and greet. So someone will be able to meet you at the airport and be able to direct you and signpost you in terms of where to go and how to get to campus.
So once we send this presentation over as well, if anyone would like an airport meet and greet, feel free to respond to Student Life London, and then we're happy to get something booked in for you as soon as possible.
So Bajlul is asking, will we need to complete online registration for an ID check or something before arriving? So online registration links will be sent to you before arriving. You need to complete that. And for the physical registration, that is on 22nd of September, they need to take an appointment.
So the Eventbrite link will have their specific times. So I think for the time being, if you do get any emails from the university regarding online registration, try to complete those as soon as possible. Again, it helps you to get familiarized with our systems as well, so you can get used to using MyPort and the website around that. And again, just to reiterate, in terms of opening a bank account, in terms of starting work as well, you can only do that once you've completed registration, and you'll get access to your online course letters and an online bank letter. And as well, additionally, something that we should also mention is that you get a cancelled tax discount as well, being a student at the university. So you can get that letter as well from your student view. So please do have a look into completing the online registration links. Again, you won't be able to get access to these letters until you've done your physical in-person checks, but we can certainly direct you to where to get those once you do complete your registration and attend the student services presentation as well during that week.
Thank you, Hassan.
Okay, another question from M. Saad Khan. Should we bring our own laptop with us or uni will provide us? So yes, so to answer your question directly, Saad Khan, you should, of course, yes, bring your own laptop. Um, Again, this is what do you call it? It's essential for you to have your own laptop. I mean, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Hassan, the university, we do like loan laptops for students that they can use on campus for the day, isn't it? However, when you're doing your own work and independent study, it's essential that you have your own laptop and equipment.
Just to add, so we do have those laptops available for students to use on campus, as Mohammed said, but we do have a limited amount of laptops available as well. So it's not always a guarantee that there'll be a laptop available for students. So I would strongly recommend that you do bring your own laptop, or if you do purchase a laptop once you do arrive, that can be another option for you as well. But we do strongly recommend that students have their own devices and not just rely on the devices they have on campus. So just to add in terms of the campus timings as well, the campus is closed by 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and it's not open on the weekend. So if you did have any assignments or if you did have any work during that time, again, it's much better that you have your own devices so you can work on it and not be restricted to the timings on campus.
Also, Hassan, can you also touch upon like the sort of like learning resources that are available to our students on the London campus, for example, like the online library and any other learning resources?
Yeah, sure thing. So, in terms of the library, online library, so with your university email address, you would have access to various journals that you would use for your assignment. So the benefit, one of the nice things about studying with the University of Portsmouth London is that you do not need to purchase any course textbooks. So you don't need to worry about that. All of the resources that you would need to study for your courses and for the program is all available online. So you can get all of these for free of access, where you would not need to purchase any of these books. So I would strongly recommend, again, this will be in IT sessions that will be set up for you throughout your early weeks at the university, but you'll have the access to those journal articles that will help you to write your assignments. Just to add as well, if you did want to use a physical library, we have the Walthamstow Library just around the corner as well, so students are more than welcome to use that as well.
We still have time for more questions. We have 4 minutes left till this session finishes. So again, if you have any more questions, please put in the Q&A. Okay, Hassan, do you want to answer Saad Khan's question about sports activities available with the local leisure centre, etc.?
Yes, so there's Walthamstow Feel Good Centre, which is around about 10-15 minutes away from the campus. So we will be looking to have them come to campus as well. So you can find out a bit more about the resources available to them there. What I should also add, we have previously had a staff versus student football match as well. So if you are interested in playing football, that is something that we can look to do further on down the line. so you are aware, in terms of facilities on the campus itself, we don't have any sporting facilities available, unfortunately. But as I mentioned, Walthamstow Feel Good Centre is around the university, and with student beans and uni days, you're eligible for a range of discounts for gym memberships as well. So you can get quite cheap gym memberships using your university email account and address.
Okay, a question from Raju. Should we apply for international driving license? Okay, so with an international driving license, you can use it in the UK, but you can only use it for 1 year. And the same rule applies if you have, your own driving license from your home country as well. So you can only use it to drive in the UK for 1 year. After that, you'd have to apply for a UK license.
Just to add to that as well, in terms of, for example, if you did want to drive to the university as well, I'd strongly recommend that you would use public transport, as parking around the campus is not the easiest, but maybe other colleagues can comment a bit more on that. But I would strongly recommend that you did use public transport, as London is not the easiest of places to drive around, especially around the university campus.
Okay, Fazmina or Hassan, would you like to take
Yeah.
this question?
Regarding seeking medical assistance or help, you as a student will have you will not be required to use any health insurance per se. Your immigration health surcharge that you paid with your visa application covers your medical costs in the UK. So once you've arrived and you've registered with the university, we will assist you with helping you to register with a GP, which is a general practitioner, and that will be your go-to person for all your ailments. And if you have a specific need with regards to your eye or anything else, you will need to be referred, and your GP will assist you with referrals. So you don't need to worry about purchasing any extra health insurance to come to the UK. Once your visa has been granted, your medical costs in the UK will be covered under the visa costs, with the visa costs. I hope that helps. Thank you.
And also on the registration day, so from the 22nd, we'll have our wellbeing advisor as well on hand, and she'll go over some of the services available to you, and she'll help you to sign up with a local GP to your area as well. So there will be somebody that will help you to register with the NHS if you do need that assistance.
Okay, thank you, Hassan. Thank you all. It looks like we've finished right on time. Thank you for attending. Thank you for listening. Of course, if you have any more questions, please feel free to contact us. Of course, for Indian students, you have the details of my colleague Nisha. Again, just to mention, this session was recorded, so for any of you who have arrived late, perhaps missed parts of the presentation, a recording will become available to you in the next coming days. But yeah, other than that, thank you for coming. Have a good rest of your day, evening, night. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.